Hello everyone, I am Anis Pandey and welcome back to the UiPath Agentic Automation video series. In the last videos, we explored how to design agent using context, tools, escalations, etc. Now, it's time to move one step further and make sure our agents is actually working correctly before the deployment. And that's where the evaluation sets and evaluators come in. Let's understand step by step. So you can see this IT support agent. We used tools as a this Jira as a tools to create an issue. IT support docs as a context, escalations. Now we will understand what is evaluation set and what is evaluators. First, understand what are evaluation sets. So, as you know, we are done with the designing our simple IT support agent. Now the next step is to validate this logic before go live. Now check whether it's working as expected or not. And for this, we use this evaluation sets. And as I've already told you in my one of the video that evaluation sets, you can think this as a collection of test cases for your agent, where you have inputs and the expected outputs. They help you identify if your agent is ready to go live or if it still needs some fine tuning, some modification in your agents in the system prompts or user prompts or in the tools, etc. Now let's create one evaluation set and add the evaluations to it. Means here you see one evaluation set that is the default. Okay. If you want to create, you can click on create and click create new evaluation set. And now you see it has created evaluation set 2. We have default that is set 1 and this is 2. Now instead of creating new, I will go with the default one. Let's delete it. Okay. Now click on this. Here you see the evaluation set name and then applied evaluators for these evaluation sets. So this is the default evaluator, that is category as LLM as a judge. We'll also understand this, what is this evaluators and what are these things. Here you see two tabs, evaluations and the results. Okay, so basically in this tab, whatever we will add to this evaluation set, that will be showing here, and the results will be available here. Now let's create three set here, basically three test case. And for this, you need to click on add to set. Here you see we have few inputs that we need to provide. We need to enter name and then input setup, define input or generate input. Means based on your instructions, your input will be generated. Now if you select define input, so based on the variables, the arguments that you created here in the data manager, you will see that. So user issue is your input. And whatever tools that you have created, that you have given access to the agent, you can see here. And you can simulate while evaluating this agent. Based on the use case, based on the test cases, you need to choose that. Now we have output setup. In the output setup, we have two things, output based or JSON based. If you click on JSON, you see we have a ticket number, response, escalation status, and escalation results. Same thing you can see here in our text boxes. These are again your arguments. It means that that output will get from the agents. Now we need to enter these details. So I have noted down here three evaluation sets. First, I want to evaluate my agent for this UiPath Studio access, and that should be approved. Okay, so I'll take this name, paste here. Now I need to define the input here, that user issue. Means if you debug that, so whatever input that you pass here, that we need to enter here. So for this UiPath Studio access, I say that need access to install or uninstall UiPath Studio, grant me access. I'll just enter that. as we have designed our agent, so we know that if we are asking these questions to agent like need access to install or uninstall the UiPath Studio, so what will happen? In this case, I want agent to escalate that and create a Jira ticket for the access request. Now we need to add the instructions. So we have this copy and paste here. Means the agent, we are instructing this to the agent that this request should be approved because we are not going to use action center here. So we are saying that this request should be approved and create a Jira ticket for the access request. So for this scenario, this case, this will be always approved from the escalation IT support. This will not be rejected. Now in the output based, we need to enter the ticket number, this one. So we know that if that is approved, so ticket will be created, and I know that upcoming ticket will be UP-16. So I've entered here. Now in the response, so usually we get this response that I mentioned here. Means we say Jira ticket, this one UP-16. Your request for access to install or uninstall UiPath Studio has been approved. The IT support team will process this request and provide the necessary permission within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, the escalation status is escalated because this issue will be escalated to the IT support manager and they will approve that, and then a ticket will be created. So escalation status will be escalated. And as I mentioned that this request should be approved, so escalation results will be also approved. Okay, now let's add it. Let's save it. You see, once you add one evaluation set evaluation here, you can see like this way. We'll add two more. Click on add to set. This time we'll create evaluation for MS Office request rejected. Now I'm asking to install MS Office and that should be rejected. So my input will be need access to install Microsoft Office in my system. And for that, I want to escalate. So tools will be escalation. So I want to escalate this to the IT support manager because it has already checked in the IT support documents. Now I want to just escalate that. I don't want this agent to look into the IT support docs. I want to just escalate that. And now we need to instruct that, add the instruction that this should be rejected. I say this should be rejected and no Jira ticket required. In the output, so if no Jira ticket, we usually receive NA as a ticket, and the response is your request has been reviewed and cannot be processed at this time. Please visit the IT help desk for further assistance. Escalation status is not escalated and this is rejected. Save it. Got it? Now take third one. This time we'll take password reset resolved docs. Means we have a request for password reset and that is resolved using the IT support docs. That is my third evaluation. Input will be help me reset my Windows password or help me reset my password, like that. Now this one again, tools will be, I can say I can use IT support docs, and then we'll add the instructions. Sorry, might be I copied the same thing. So here we need to say that agent should look into, or I can say it this way, Look into IT support docs and reply based on the steps mentioned. No Jira ticket or escalation required. And here I can say NA ticket number, and in the response I can say to reset your password. It has automatically filled here. To reset your password, Windows password, please follow these steps. This one. Escalation status not escalated, and escalation result NA. Got it? So save it. Now we have three evaluations basically, and this is a evaluation set. So in the evaluation set, we have three evaluations. Got it? Now once we'll run that, we'll get this result. But before running, we need to talk about the evaluators. As you see here, for this default evaluation set, we have applied LLM as a judge. So let's understand about the evaluators. Click on this evaluators. Here you see two default evaluators showing here. Let's delete one. Let's say I'll delete this one, and I will keep one. So you cannot delete this one. At least you should have one default evaluators. Okay. If you want to add another, you can click on create new, and you can choose here the evaluators and click continue. You can create like this way. So you see now we have four evaluators. Let's delete this. Now let's understand what are evaluators. Now, when we run these evaluation sets, these test cases, we need someone to judge the agent. Means, you know, look into the agent's output and judge that. So evaluators are the judges of our agent. After running the evaluation sets, they check if the agent's output is correct or not. There are basically four evaluators. These are four different judges, and each one has their own style of judging, own style of checking. First evaluator is LLM as a judge, second trajectory, third exact match, fourth JSON Similarity. Let's understand each evaluator one by one. First, LLM as a judge, you can say as a semantic similarity. Think of this as an AI judge that checks if the meaning of the agent's output matches the expected output, even if the wording is different. The judging style is like it says that it asks that did the agent convey the same meaning if the wordings are different? Let's see, take an example. Our input is need access to install MS Office. Now, our expected output is your request has been rejected. But if agent says that your request cannot be processed, please visit IT help desk. So in this case, LLM as a judge, this evaluator will pass this because here only the wordings are different. The expected output, your request has been rejected, but here it says that your request cannot be processed. So actually it's already rejected, right? So if we use LLM as a judge, that will pass this. If you want to understand this in a different way, let's take another example. Let's say in a school, if a teacher asks a question, what is the capital of India? And in the book, the answer is written that the capital of India is New Delhi. But a student says that New Delhi is India's capital city. So what will happen? If teacher has this type of personality, this semantic similarity, then the teacher will pass that because he understood that meaning that New Delhi is the capital of India. Second, evaluators as a trajectory. This evaluator checks the step by step behavior of the agent. It validates if the agent followed the right sequence of actions or not. And the style of this judge, this evaluator is like it asks that That did the agent follow the correct steps, means it check the context, escalate if needed, use the tools properly, like that. Let's say input is need access to install UiPath Studio, and our expected output is that the agent has to follow the context, look into the documents. If that's not there, then escalate that. If that is approved, then create a Jira issue. But if agent output is like context and then escalate and create Jira issue, means agent has followed the correct sequence, correct steps, then this will be passed. If something different here, means agent has followed only create Jira issue, means only tools, then this will fail. So it checks that did the agent check the context first and then escalate and then create a Jira ticket as expected, right? Now let's understand third as a exact match. This judge is very strict. So we say this teacher is very strict, and the personality of this judge is rule bound and no tolerance for the deviation. And the judging style, did the agent say exactly what was expected, word for word, even the punctuation included or not? It checks that. Let's say the input is need access to install MS Office. Expected output is access denied. Please contact IT help desk. And agent output is access denied. Please contact IT help desk. Then this is correct because this is exact match. So this will pass. Now, if actual output, the agent output is your request cannot be completed right now. Kindly contact IT help desk. Actually, as per the LLM judge, this should be passed. But here, as we are using evaluators as an exact match, that will fail because the expected output is different and agent actual output is different. You can consider this. Let's say a teacher is asking question, what is the capital of India? And if the student says that the answer word for word exactly written in the book, then they will pass. And even one word is different, they will fail. So in the book, the answer is the capital of India is New Delhi. But a student says that the capital of India is New Delhi, means exactly same. Then teacher will say correct, good, great. But if a student says that New Delhi is India's capital city, so teacher will fail it. Now the fourth evaluators JSON Similarity. This evaluators is used when the output is in the JSON format. It checks if the two JSON structures and values match. The judging style is, are the field present and structured correctly? This is the style of this evaluator. It checks that way. Let's take an example. The expected output is this way. In the JSON format, we have a status and then success, value, ticket ID, and this is the ticket value. But if agent output is like this way, first ticket ID and the status is this way. So in this case, this will pass. But if something different here, then this will fail that. We have a status and ticket ID. Let's say ticket ID is not there, then that will fail. Now, in our IT support agent, we will use LLM as a judge because the agent response may vary. Agent might phrase the rejection differently. Jira ticket response wording may be different. Reset password steps may differ, right? So for this type of scenario, we will use LLM as a judge. We have this category as a LLM as a judge. Let's go to this evaluation sets. So we will only come to this if we need to create a new. So I already have a default evaluator as a LLM and I want to use this. No need to create new. But if you have a JSON format or some other things, then you need to delete this. Create a new and delete the this one. Now go to evaluation sets. Let's understand how to run those test cases, those evaluations. So once we'll come to this, you see one option, one button, run evaluation set. We'll click on run. Now you see evaluation started successfully. And here you see the count, 3 evaluations. You see the details and you can see the results here. And we need to click on this to see the actual output. So click on this. And now you see for MS Office request, we are getting using default evaluators, we are getting 30%. For UiPath Studio Access approved, we are getting an error. For password reset resolved docs, we are getting 65%. So we are getting the score from this judge. So default evaluators has given the total an average 31.67%. If we'll come to this evaluations outside, go back again here, you see the score. Okay. Now we notice that there is some issue with our agent. So we need to fine tune here. Or might be there is issue with our actual with our expected output. Let's see. We'll click on that. MS Office 30% we are getting. Let's see. Our expected output is your request has been reviewed and cannot be processed at this time. But let's scroll down and you see here expected versus actual output. We are saying this should be rejected, but here we are getting NA. Why? And it says that escalation status not escalated. Okay, so why we enter NA? We need to fix. Okay, we are getting NA here, but actually we already mentioned that this should be rejected, right? So escalation results should be rejected, right? And if you want to check that, so we have to go to this definition and go to the history of our previous run and check that. So let's say we will find that run where we have asked to install MS Office, and you see we have the escalation result as a rejected and this is not escalated. Okay, now let's go back to this evaluation set and let's understand one more time here. So the actual output is coming as a NA, but it should be rejected. What we'll do, we'll go back to this evaluation and this is for MS Office. We'll click on that MS Office. The request should be rejected and no Jira ticket required. Okay. Ticket number no. Your request has been reviewed and cannot be processed, not escalated and rejected. So we entered everything correctly. And let's validate the other. So here we are getting error. Let's see. Might be this is from the LLM. And here 65%. Okay, so actually you see here this is not escalated, this is not escalated, these are matched, right? Only in the output, basically here we receive like this way. To reset your Windows password, follow these steps like this at the Windows login screen, Control Alt plus this. We can do it like this way. So instead of asking Windows password, we can do like this way. We can say help me reset my password. And for MS Office, now I'll also select the IT support docs, because for this also first agents should look into this document. If not available, then escalate. Save it. For UiPath Studio as well, I'll say look into this document and save that. Now I need to retry this. I need to rerun this. And for that, we'll click on Evaluate Set. Once we'll click on that, it will start running this. And now you see here we have 40% here, 65% here, and 75% here. So we now this is increased, and let's go back to this, and you see now 28.33% now it has been increased here, and now we are getting 60%. So this way we can look into this this actual output and this one, and then we can understand what is the issue here. So I hope you learned what are evaluation sets, how to create evaluation, and what are evaluators, and how to choose and which one is best choice for your use case. Thank you so much for watching this video.